about how do I look, how am I going to sound, and then trying to figure out what the other person's going to say. That's what most people do. And when you're doing that game, you're not paying attention to them. You're paying more attention to what's going on inside of you. So the number one key to building rapport is actually dialing into the other person. It's like you put yourself back over here, you step out of that, and you put yourself right there front and center with that person. And because we have a saying, everything a person says and everything a person does is information about them. If you're in your mind thinking about what you need to say and do, because you have to make it contrived, because you're not congruent, then you're not paying attention to what they're saying and doing. And if you're not paying attention to what they're saying and doing, you can't possibly connect into their model of the world. It's like two ships passing in the night. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, when you're in front of a room and you're speaking to an audience, what you want to do is you want to find the influencer in the room. Who in the room is most dialed in? And when you connect and build rapport with that person in the room, the entire room falls into place. I do this at a boardroom table. If I'm facilitating an executive roundtable and I've got 10 or 15 guys around the table and we're working out some sort of process for their company, I will find the person at the table that is the influencer in the group, and I will build rapport with that person, and then they will bring everyone else into the fold, and they will sell those people on my behalf. So what does that require? That requires being totally present time, and it requires building immense amounts of rapport non-verbally. So it really means you need to get aware of what your body language is communicating, because that's 55% of your message. So that's the first key. Now the other, to play off of what Johnny was saying, the way I go into every deal, every conversation, is it's a relationship. I'm not going in to sell anybody anything. I'm going in to build a relationship. And with that in mind, they're buying what I have, because they're buying me. So I'm putting the best me in every way in front of them, and there's no doubt that they're going to love me. You love me, right? Yes. Right? Yes. Am I lovable? I'm totally lovable. So I come with that in mind because it's about being of service. So if there's some part of the dialogue where I don't feel that there's really a truth there, I will step back. And there's power in that. There's power with stepping back and saying, maybe, this needs to happen before we can go there. How do you feel about that? Or how does that look to you? What is that? So that's the other piece, right? Is paying attention. Are they visual people? Are they kinesthetic, meaning do they feel things? Do they hear, who are they? Like, how do they break down information? How do they take in information? And honestly, really, truly, that's your job. Your number one job is to be a great study of human behavior. Because when you are the great study of human behavior, then it's just about the relationship. Awesome. Yeah. Good.